Watch Townsend here, Pat. He's the guy that deflects it. I don't know that it didn't. No, it wasn't even. It was Mike Ken. He just threw that so low that hit Ken in the back of the helmet. I thought it hit Townsend in the helmet.
Hit Mike Ken, bounced straight up in the air. Romanowski came back with it. Here's Romanowski, who made the interception. Look how it happened.
Yeah, watch this. Pat, the ball, you see the uncovered guy is Terrence Mathis. He's right here, and George tries to get some so quickly, throws it sidearm, and he just hits Mike Ken right in the head.
And the ball went straight up in the air. Romanowski came down with it. That's Herschel Walker. He can still run. Walker. He said he was still fast, the fastest, and nobody caught him after a 91-yard ramble.
We were talking last night about his speed, and he says they used to test me. He said, I'm the fastest, and he said, but now they don't even test me anymore.
Not even winded.
That was a career run for Herschel Walker. And he's in such great shape. I mean, he does 5,000 sit-ups a day and thousands of push-ups and runs. Even in two-a-days, he would run before and after practice in addition to the two-a-day practices.
That is an Eagle record and Herschel Walker's individual record. The extra point by Eddie Murray is good. And the Eagles lead it by a point. Off. And again, Clarence Verdin and Eric Pegram back deep. Wilkins is 14. Kick is short. He handled at the 11 by Verdin. And Clarence Verdin almost broke it outside to the 34. The touchdown again.
That's Roger. We're going to see Lester Holmes here. He makes the block. That's 10% of it. He makes the block that frees Herschel Walker initially. Then Fred Barnett gets a little block. Boom, right there. There's Holmes. That creates a hole. Right there, whatever that is, that was Fred Barnett. And the rest of it's Herschel Walker.
And speed. Nobody's gaining.
Well, Herschel Walker told us last night, he says, we have to get selfish now. We have to say that give us the ball, let us make the play.
I'm going to do it.
In fact, Herschel Walker had a meeting with his teammates this week.
Flag on the play. Ricky Sanders made the catch.
It just seems like
the discussion is about here.
It just seems like the Falcons, every time they get something started or do anything, there's a penalty or
holding. 72 offense. Still first down.
Zandowski.
The guy gets hit in the helmet or something, or Zandowski, that's his second or third. There's Herschel Walker. He does, I said he did 5,000 sit-ups. I gave him too many sit-ups. He says he does 2,000 sit-ups a day.
5 sounds good, though.
Yeah, but when he's breaking records and running and no one's catching him, what the heck? You give him 5,000 sit-ups, runs all day. But he's in great shape.
Yeah.
That's the point.
The Eagles by 1. The Falcons have the ball. Jeff George up the middle. Pass is caught by Terrence Mathis. What a catch. What a catch. 36-yard gain, but look at this.
This Terrence Mathis, he's done everything today. I mean, he's been open short, he's been open middle, he's been open deep. Here, that's double coverage. There's double coverage. He just runs right through double coverage. And Jeff George hits him perfectly. This guy's a heck of a player, this Terrence Mathis. I mean, he looks like he's having fun out there, too.
First and 10 Atlanta at the Philadelphia 41. Blitz coming. George gets rid of it. Flag on the play. McMillan on Leonard Harris.
I think when McMillan runs like that, he knows that the penalty's against him. He didn't stand there to argue it.
Pass interference. 29. Defense. First down.
He knows that he's not even going to go back to the huddle. Here's 29. McMillan there. You're going to see him covering on the slant. He backs off. The slant starts in. He starts in. And he just get there a little before the ball got there.
Here's the blitz.
Yep, and they picked that up well, or well enough to let Jeff George get rid of the ball before Bill Romanowski hit him.
First down, Atlanta at the Philadelphia 31. Eric Pegram is back with George. A blitz was coming again, and the Falcons hurried up a bit, and they might have been called for illegal motion.
Ball start. 78
Ball start.
offense prior to the snap. Still first down.
78 is Mike Ken.
Yeah, that's the definition of shooting yourself in the foot, and the Falcons have been doing it all day.
Yeah.
In fact, they've probably been doing this all year. That has to, that's a coach killer. I mean, you get something going, and then there's a penalty. You get something going, and then there's a penalty. And some of them maybe they argue against they weren't penalties, but some of them you just have to do. I mean, that's just discipline.
First and 15. Pegram takes the handoff, hits the ground, and he's down for loss. Romanowski again. Pegram is down. He'd been hurt. Just come back, but I think he's okay.
Romanowski's making his presence felt now. We talked about in the nickel defense where the Eagles are using 5 defensive backs. They're only using 2 linebackers, the 2 linebackers being William Thomas and Bill Romanowski. Watch Romanowski here. I mean, he comes there and he's been around the ball. I mean, anytime anything happens, Bill Romanowski's there.
You go with him.
Second down. George back. Look left. He's got room right. Throws right to Leonard Harris, who makes the reception inside the 15, about the 13. First down, Atlanta.
The thing about this Jeff George, he can slip a ball in there. And he's pretty good on the run. I mean, here he starts. He sees Harris starts inside. Now, Harris is reading. Harris reads coverage. He reads that George is rolling to his right. So then Harris just moves back to his right, too. So he is going to the sideline, the same side that Jeff George is rolling to or has been escaped to.
That's a tough catch the way he made it with his right hand on top.
Made it upside down.
Yeah. Handoff is to Pegram. He ain't got much room. Out of bounds for a loss. He's back to about the 16. Otis Smith took him out of bounds.
Yeah, if you don't hit that draw quickly and get it up inside and get through guys like the Fridge right now, you aren't going to be able to bounce it out because they got all those defensive backs that are going to catch you.
Hayward checks in. Pegram checks out. June Jones calls the plays. He and Mouse Davis sort of refined this offense, the run and shoot. It was supposed to be the offense of the future, but there's been a lot of question marks about it.
That's another penalty.
Yep.
I don't know if they're having problem hearing.
Prior to the snap, number 70 offense.
Well, it isn't the crowd, I'm sure of that.
No, it shouldn't be if they don't understand or they don't hear the snap count in the huddle or whatever. But on this drive, the left tackle, Mike Ken, jumped once. And that time it was the right tackle, Bob Whitfield.
They've been penalized 10 times today.
And again, those things to me were always just concentration. I mean, that's just concentration and discipline, the snap count. I mean, you have to know that.
Here's Jeff George, back to throw. Gets it over to Ironhead. Ironhead stays on his feet, down to about the 7. Craig Hayward.
I'll tell you one thing, though. They have these penalties, and they keep that, and then they just keep coming back. And the last time they were down here, Jeff George hit Mike Ken in the head, or they would have had a score then. They were going in to score.
This is the place inside the 20, the so-called red zone, where this offense comes under criticism.
That's where everyone thought they'd have the problem because there's no tight end to get any off-tackle plays or any lead play.
No lead blocker. George. Touchdown, Mathis. He could slip a ball in there, as you said.
And Terrence Mathis can get himself in position to have the ball flipped in there. This guy is putting on a show today.
Is he ever? So is this guy, number 1.
Well, Jeff George doesn't always have to throw it overhand. I mean, he'll throw it anyway. He sees it's not a perfect spiral, but he sees the guy, and he's going to get it right in there. The Falcons are going to go for 2 here, Pat.
Mathis has 7 catches for 101 yards. 7 today. That gives him 87 on the year. That's pretty good. They're going to go for 2, as you said. George to George. Flag on the play. Flags everywhere. Andre Rison all upset.
You got something that includes an official's hat. So one threw a flag, and then a hat comes out. A hat means the guy stepped out of bounds right behind the end line. Remember the old days when a guy'd call a penalty and they'd say that's a penalty?
And you accept it and you played.
We have 2 fouls on the defense. 12 men on the field and pass interference number 21. 12 men on the field will be declined. The passer's interference will be accepted. The ball is placed on the 1-yard line.
You watch the lower left of the screen here, you'll see that the ball's in the air, and you see Andre Rison being pushed there before the ball gets there by Eric Allen. So that was the penalty there. And in addition to that, they had 12 guys on the field. So now the ball, instead of being on the 2-yard line for the 2-point try, the ball is on the 1-yard line. Most teams would run this situation.
Well, but they only have 1 running back, Big Craig Hayward. Mathis for 2. How did he ever get away from anybody?
I don't know, but he just made 8 points.
Yeah. Atlanta 21, Philadelphia 14.
Watch Terrence Mathis here, Pat. He gives these moves before. You see, just boom, 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 and then just runs that quick out again.
Yeah.
I used to always tell guys that was a waste of time. Don't give moves when you're still on the line of scrimmage. But Terrence Mathis has proved me wrong today. That's been effective for him.
Yep.
He just starts shaking. Go boom, 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 and then he runs a pattern.
Kickoff sailing down and out of bounds. Tyner's kickoff goes out of bounds. There's Terrence Mathis. 15 catches. 264 yards, 4 touchdowns, that 1 2-point conversion for a total of 26 points for Terrence Mathis in the last 2 weeks.
And as you said, how did the Jets let go of him? And then the other half of that is Jeff George. I mean, he's been impressive today, and then he's really done some strange things.
Yeah. He just looks so casual doing it.
Yeah, I mean, he does. I mean, he would just, I think he would probably drive you crazy if he's on your team, and he'd drive you crazy if you were defending him.
Herschel Walker gets the carry. Walker bounces around for about 5, stopped by Ken Tippins.
But Herschel Walker had a meeting with some of his teammates, and he said, you know, that it's to the point now where we have to take it. You know, they're talking about Rich Kotite might not be back. Jeff Lurie may fire the coach. All these things. He said the players have to take it. And he said we have to come up with a thing where we get selfish, where we want the ball. Give us the ball. Let me win the game for you.
James Joseph joins Walker in the backfield. And Joseph gets the carry. Flag on the play. Joseph got about 3. Stopped by Dolman.
And that's in the area of offensive holding, and it is offensive holding. Rich Kotite, you see him looking at that play chart. I wonder if he was looking for a play for 5 yards or a play